Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. Today is Tuesday and that means it is Tuesday Talks where I talk about Tuesdays. No, I'm just kidding. Today's Tuesday Talks topic is publisher do's and don'ts, and I have a lot to say on this topic, so let's just get started. My first publisher do is do put numbers on series. So here I have book 5 and book 6. Do put numbers on series, especially books that have 10 books in, or especially series that have 10 books in the series. It's ridiculous. Publishing don't put numbers of books on in a series for some of them and then not for all of them. Like, these are from the same series and these two have numbers and these two don't. I don't understand. Why would you put numbers on some of the books but not all of them? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sure these are like different editions or whatever, but it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Publishers, do not do crappy covers. I am so tired of seeing a girl on the cover looking X, Y, and Z, looking scared or looking excited or looking mysterious or just something. That is just a cop-out. It's a cop-out, publishers. It's boring and it's lazy, and stop doing it. Just stop, especially when the girl on the cover looks nothing like the main character. Did you even read the book, cover designers? Did you even read the book? I would assume that one of the requirements to being a cover designer, you would have to read the book first, or at least hear a really, really good synopsis of the book in order to understand what cover you're going to do for that book. You know? Publishers, stop publishing the first book in a series and then just decide to not publish the rest of the series. The example for this is the Salt and Stone series. It goes, Fire and Flood. It goes Fire and Flood, Salt and Stone. It's been over a year since Salt and Stone came out. I'm pretty sure that it needs a third book in the series. The end was a cliffhanger. It's supposed to be a trilogy, but the publisher decided not to pick up the third book in the series. Why? Why are you going to do that to me? I need to know what happens at the end. Isn't that just a basic need for humanity, is to know the end of one of your favorite series? Wouldn't that just make sense, publishers? On the other end of that, stop using series and just making more and more and more and more and more and more and more because it's popular. Stop when the going's good before it sucks. There's no reason to make 12 books out of one series just because it's a popular series. There's no reason for that. One of my first initial thoughts when they were going to make more books for the Selection series was, why? It ended. It was a good ending. Why make more books? But then the air was really good and I liked it. So, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the series. Some publishing do's. I love it when my spines match. Like the cover is easy to match, but like when the spines are different and like the size of the lettering is different, or I hate that. It looks so weird. But when the spines look similar, very much the same, and they're beautiful, that's just the best do ever. I love it. It's so beautiful and amazing. And I love it when my spines match. And of course, it doesn't hurt that the covers match too. They just make sense and they're beautiful and they're amazing. And just do keep putting out beautiful, beautiful, beautiful covers because they're so pretty. Another publishing do is when you realize the book that you just released, the cover is horrendous, do make a new cover, please. Because then you end up with something like this and they're just so beautiful, and I can't even. The first edition of Shatter Me, the cover was just so ugly, and there was no way that I would read it, not in a million years, but with these new covers, they're just so amazingly beautiful. They're amazing. I don't know, I just love them so much. But on the same note, if you start out with a really good cover, don't change it in the middle of the series. Don't do that. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, you should be able to ask readers their opinion on the cover, because we are pretty knowledgeable on what we like and don't like. So if we like the cover, don't change it in the middle of a series, especially if you're not going to, like, re-release the first book with the new cover. Like, for Shatter Me, if you had just released new covers for the rest of the series and not for the first one, you would have just committed book treason. It doesn't make any sense to do that. But luckily, you released the first book again with the new cover, and it's beautiful and amazing, and that was really, really good. So, you know, beautiful covers are definitely a do. Changing the covers in the middle of a series is definitely a don't. Unless they're beautiful and you re-release the books that you've already been released with the new covers. Consistency is really important to me when it comes to, like, the plot line of a story, especially in a long series. It's very rare for me to find plot lines that aren't consistent. Publishers are really, really good at that, but I have had a couple instances of that happening, so that's definitely a pet peeve of mine. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else. Let me know your publisher do's and don'ts down below that I forgot to mention, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!